My name is Aussie Marcel, the most luscious locks on YouTube, and in today's video I'm going to be covering an interesting men's fragrance, one that I actually haven't seen up until a few days ago. Desigual Dark Fresh for men. Now if I pronounce that wrong, I apologize. I have genuinely never seen the brand before. But before I get into the review, it's Boxing Day here in Australia, 26th of December, and I just wanted to say I hope you all had a great Christmas and a happy and safe New Year. So thank you again. Anyways, so for Desigual Dark Fresh for Men, the first thing that I can say about it is that it smells pretty close to Invictus and Invictus Aqua. The only difference would be that Invictus Aqua, for instance, has sort of like a very dense ambergris note, and Dark Fresh does not. So Dark Fresh isn't as intense, nor is it as dense as any of the Invictus fragrances. Having said that though, it does smell remarkably close. But I almost actually prefer this, just because the density of the Invictus fragrances can be a little off-putting. Like there's just something astringent to the Invictus line that my olfactory senses don't particularly enjoy. No, don't get me wrong, they're good fragrances, I like them, but there's just something that my nose and I find a little off-putting about them. So the packaging for Dark Fresh is pretty interesting, and I like that it includes sort of like what to expect from it. Fresh, oriental, and woody. And that's pretty true. And there's also some like interesting like writing on the inside of the packaging. I like the bottle design. It looks a little cheap, but there is still a lot to like. The cap is pretty strong. And yeah, there's nothing else really noteworthy about it. It's got a good color, fancy little design on the front of it, and yeah. Atomizer, is a bit rough. I don't like how it's sort of like a puff of fragrance. I wish it were more just a direct sort of stream, but what can you do about it? The fragrance itself opens quite similar to Invictus, and as it dries down, you get a lot of those Invictus vibes, that sort of like the aquatic notes and the amber, but you don't get that sort of dense, I don't want to say animalic, but dense animalic sort of sea vibes. It's a little fresher, and I just find that much nicer, to be honest. Although I doubt the performance is going to be nearly as impressive as the Invictus line. So the accords for Dark Fresh here are citrus, marine, amber, woody, aromatic, vanilla, floral, green, powdery, fresh. And top notes, C notes, neroli, spices, citruses, green leaves. Middle notes of flowers, orange. Base notes of amber, woodsy notes, vanilla, musk, and moss. And you'll see that this perfume reminds me of two Invictus fragrances. You've got Aqua over there, and Invictus Intense there. And it also says that it smells like Wanted by Azzaro. I definitely don't get Wanted by Azzaro, although Diesel Bad. Now that I think about it, it does have a bit of Diesel Bad vibes, but that is not a fresh fragrance, and this Desigual Dark Fresh is. I will say, I wouldn't call it dark though. I don't know why that is the moniker for this. It's not a dark fragrance at all. I think they've chosen to call it dark just because of the amber notes giving the fragrance itself some warm facets, and the warm facets actually stay on your skin for longer. Like most fresh fragrances, they're only on your skin for a few hours, but this one I've been wearing since, after I woke up and sort of got ready for the day, and it's still powering through. So its performance is going to be pretty good, I'd suspect. I doubt it's going to last as long as the Invictus fragrances, just because they are so bloody dense. But this, for, I think it was 29, hang on a second. It was $29. And I also got Hugo Boss Dark Blue. So 29 bucks for a fragrance that smells pretty damn close to Invictus, and there's not a lot to dislike about it really. Honestly, I prefer it to Invictus. That's probably just going to be me. The other fragrance lovers out there are probably going to say, how dare you do that? How dare you love this more than Invictus? But hey, that's just my nose. And yeah, if you're a fan of this fragrance, or if you think it smells similar to another fragrance, let me know in the comments below, because I'm curious to know. Anyways, my name is Aussie Marcel, the most luscious locks on YouTube, and until the next video, have a great new year, and I'll catch you guys around.